You're the next generation of the technology MJ-12 used to create JC Denton. You are the third Denton prototype.
Every day I hear more rumors in the media. Order fanatics want to destroy the Enclave system. The Order and WTO are locked in an endless, invisible war. Not so, citizens. Her Holiness and I are meeting this week in Trier, Germany, to negotiate better relations.
It's not too late to reform the church.
Perhaps. I will find out when I get to Trier.
What about Her Holiness? Doesn't she decide what the church stands for?
Her Holiness and I amicably disagree also. My shard in Germany has a profound respect for the founding doctrines of the Order. What we propose, very openly, is a greater purity of interpretation of these founding principles.
So this is the end of Apostle Corps?
In Cairo, maybe so. I've been trying to reach Trier, Germany, our last hidden base, but all lines are down. I found out that the leader of that cell is a man named Tracer Tong. He's the only one who can contact JC.
Alright, we're back again, folks. More of that Deus Ex Invisible War. How's things? I've dumped us again right at the start of a loading screen, which is no doubt one of the more exciting ways to start a video. But I'm going to have to check back what the heck I'm supposed to do. We're nearly getting out of Trier. We're nearly getting out of Cairo, finally. Which is... how many episodes has it taken? It's less than Seattle. I think we're in front there somehow. Whether that counts in my favour or not, I don't know. Blah blah, lists of things I'm not going to do. Kill the security chief, interrogate Dr. Nassif, kill Dr. Nassif, spare the security chief. See, I spared the security chief. But I have to... no, anyway, I went over that. Why his objective doesn't make a whole lot of sense. If I remember rightly, I just intervened somewhat by beating up Templar spies and tipping off Leo, who's up there guarding the Omar, to the fact that he was about to get beat up by Templars. For which I have his eternal gratitude. And the gratitude of the creepy hive mind that is the Omar. Which I think just gets me a discount, not much more than that, really. Right. I don't think there's any more surprises down here for me.
The government should never have gotten involved.
I can't even remember what is left to do around here. Nick stuff in here. I don't need money that badly.
Hey.
I can go get the helicopter.
Never any fresh vegetables.
Here is the... this is the big freight elevator entrance. Least glamorous way of getting into the archaeology, I suspect. Steal their water. Nope. I think Cairo is genuinely spent for the time being. Okay. Hey Ava, your patience is appreciated.
I have failed to locate my passenger. Where do you want to go?
Shall we go? Yes, let's.
Take me to Trier, Germany.
What's in Trier?
I'm looking for somebody. That's all you need to know.
What's the name? I've been to Trier many times.
It wouldn't be wise for me to discuss it. Let's go.
As you wish. How fortunate that we found each other. We've both lost someone, but now, with each other's help, maybe our luck will change.
It's love. Between a young lady and a helicopter. Oops, spoilers. Holy crap, somewhere different. This is it, folks. The exciting Bavarian architecture of Trier.
I heard that some of the striking workers broke into a meeting and kidnapped Her Holiness. Can you believe it?
Home to amazing accents. Is Trier Bavarian? I better watch my mouth.
Good luck with research. Whatever I'm looking for I started the Nine Worlds Tavern on the west side of the city. Your odyssey is beginning to intrigue me, Alex.
Don't step on the pigeons. They don't like it. So as you heard this guy say just then, apparently Her Holiness has been kidnapped in the midst of the meeting that you heard earlier.
Live from Cairo, where the headmaster of a Tarsus Academy has been taken into SSC custody. Parents are in an uproar over the discovery that Silas Archer was actually a member of the fanatic anti-biomodification group, the Knights Templar. He has been working undercover at the school with designs on a number of the top students. Apparently, he had orders to murder these children. Fortunately, his plan was uncovered in time.
That's it.
I am not a seeker, but I hope she does not get hurt. Who knows what would happen then?
So what, Her Holiness has been captured and hasn't even made the news yet. I was kind of thinking that would be on there, but, you know, anyway.
This is SSC headquarters for Trier.
Who's calling me real smart? Dingy alleyways. Europe. All Cairo is not complete without them. Now, she just basically told me to go to the Nine Worlds, which is a pub on the other side of this little block. Oh, what do these guys talk?
After all the equipment they wrecked and stole in the name of preserving the natural order, I do not understand why the WTO would agree to a summit with these freaks.
The order is not so aggressive in other cities. This Saman just went extreme on them.
That is why we had to do something. The summit is useless. We need to chase them out of Trier entirely.
I hope it doesn't come to that, but yes, I am tired of paying for their crimes. Every time they mess with the plant, it comes out of my paycheck.
Ooh.
Those order freaks should just shut up and get real jobs.
Lazy hippies.
The order. Tree-hugging pansies.
So what was that? Apparently the Trieriest in Germany has been sabotaging working plants. Bouncy mice. Rats, sorry. So they're kind of weird Luddites, are they? Huh. What do you know? The Order are Luddites. And Saman, he seems so friendly and neutral, doesn't he? Has something to do with it. Now, instead of going to the tavern, I think I might go into the police station and see what's going on there.
Originally, we planned for holding the summit here, the most secure location. So much for that plan.
The cop shop. Hey.
The commander can answer your questions.
I bet you can answer her questions, but controlling her without your lips moving.
Name and business, please.
Alex D. Who are you?
Vera Maxwell, Executive Commander for the SSC.
For Trier?
No, globally. We're taking these summit preparations very seriously. You and the other delegates will be able to conduct your business without any distractions.
Are the leaders planning to hold a press conference or anything?
Not today, but Chairman Dumier would like to speak with you. He's in the interrogation room upstairs. Don't worry, no one's going to get interrogated. Just a safety precaution.
Dumier is here. Holy crap. Oh, here's another instance in this game where I think the music is really nice. And if you hide under here where you can't hear the air conditioning, you can just sit here and listen to it for a while. Okay, this isn't the most interesting part of it. Yeah, right, I'll keep going. What did you do the other day? Well, I watched this video on the internet where this guy was playing a game and he sat under the stairs and listened to the music for 10 minutes. It was the best video I've ever seen.
Until further notice, Mr. Dumier will conduct business only from behind a secure barrier.
So where is he? In here?
Trier is your home. Surely you must have some insight into why they would kidnap your lady, Her Holiness. She is practically a patron saint in this district.
Indeed. The people here are very devout.
Was it the strikers? The Panzerworks Union? I thought they were friends of the church.
I'm afraid that in Trier, even the most faithful are less than pleased by the appearance of their spiritual leader partnering with the WTO.
Your followers must understand the need for dialogue.
I've done my best to explain this summit to them. Frankly, it seems unlikely even to me that the church followers will ever countenance the closed, monolithic communities of the WTO. But I suppose that's a matter for the wise discretion of Her Holiness.
Yes, it is. If she is still alive.
Let's pray that she is.
I appreciate your candor, Luminon. Now, if you'll excuse me. Alex, let's talk. Meet me at the visitation room down the hall.
How the heck did you know I was here? This one-way mirror thing is useless. Hey, Saman. Let's talk. No. Okay, fine.
I heard about you guys. Some sort of special ops unit, I guess.
Not really. Sort of school kids, more than anything. Visitation room, where one communes with the spirits.
Hello there. Alex from the Tarsus program, right? I wish you hadn't botched the Dr. Nassif interrogation in Cairo.
Is Apostle Corps really such a serious threat that it's a concern to the director of the WTO?
I've been following the Apostle Corps investigation very closely. Your loyalty in this matter would be a great asset. However, we have a more pressing crisis. Her Holiness is missing, along with my security chief, Donna Morgan. I can't be distracted right now.
Anything I can do to help?
You came to Trier looking for a certain Apostle Corps official. I need you to stay focused on that objective for right now. If I find out that one of these strikers from Panzerworks hurt Her Holiness, though, I might have a slightly more dangerous assignment for you.
I understand.
He's gonna get me to murder people if they touch a hair on her head.
If anything happens to Her Holiness, I don't want to imagine what will become of the older church. Whatever its shortcomings, the church has at least brought stability to a large part of the world. I was the one who convinced her it was time for a summit. Ultimately, I'm to blame. They better not hurt that woman, mark my words. I was the one who convinced her it was time for a summit. Ultimately, I'm to blame.
So this is another environment where if you meet people who you can't actually touch or anything, you can probably guess they're fairly plot important.
I just wanted to give those order freaks what they deserve.
The Panzerworks guys, not too happy with the order at this point. A lot of security in this cop shop. This guy's one of the guards at Buckingham Palace. Doesn't say anything. Okay. He wants me to go find Tracer Tom now as well. Everybody wants a piece of Tom. A secure room full of stuff. Biomod canister. Big gun. We'll leave that for later. Actually, I should talk to the chief more, see if she has anything to say. Where is she?
Mr. Dumier will remain in the protected compartment for his own safety.
I can get at you, though, anytime I want.
It's true that SSC's performance so far has been less than adequate. This kidnapping has had a grave effect on Chairman Dumier.
Why is that?
It's a powerful thing seeing a great leader stand there speechless. He was utterly shaken by the news. I had some of my best people guarding Her Holiness. I don't know what could have happened.
Her Holiness has been kidnapped. Dramatic events happening off screen.
If anybody screwed up today, it was us. Security.
These guys are so mea culpa. I can't imagine a modern organization being so. Expose themselves to all sorts of lawsuits and whatever else. Is it the same thing still?
Live from Cairo, where the headmaster of it.
Screw that guy. Ooh, more talk.
You should never have jammed those actuators at Panzerwerks and stolen that shipment of welders. Now you will pay.
I keep telling you, we stole nothing.
How stupid do you think we are? Every day we hear the order accuse Panzerwerks of poisoning the river.
We never stole from you. We only employed the necessary tactics to stop you from harming the natural order.
Enough of this garbage. We know what you did, and now you are going to regret it.
Ah!
Here we go. It'll take more than that.
Behave yourself, fellas.
Moving. Uh-oh.
Why did you come here? I don't know. Anyway. I can talk to this guy now, can't I? Could be they were right to shoot our friend here, but, you know. I am Alex, doer of good deeds.
I wish the violence could have been avoided.
I think one way that plays out is I could have walked in there and talked to them and tried to talk them out of it. Instead I just chose to wait and bonk them over the head. Because why not?
Panzerwerks finally reached their breaking point.
More.
It was bound to happen. They could only take so much needling from the Order.
So two things have happened. Panzerwerks have attacked the Order, and somebody, we're not sure who, maybe the Order, maybe not, I don't know, somebody has kidnapped Her Holiness.
Comes to Trier to make peace, and her gesture is answered with rioting.
Panzerwerks did not take kindly to our efforts to open their eyes to the harm they are causing the Earth.
What can we do? I worry for the safety of Her Holiness.
Have faith. This must be part of some greater order we cannot yet see.
Not now, friend. We are discussing the crisis. The Panzerwerks factory has erupted into a riot and the violence is spreading.
I just kept one of your fellow Seekers from getting killed by a couple of thugs.
Thank you for your bravery and kindness. We're all in danger now. Panzerwerks has erupted into a riot just as Her Holiness arrived in Trier to try to soothe tensions between our church members and the factory's workers.
The WTO and Order have long been at odds. Why the sudden flare-up in Trier?
We've been trying to persuade Panzerwerks to stop polluting this region and restore to nature what is rightfully hers.
But don't the locals depend on the factory for jobs?
We can have jobs and sustainability at the same time. We tried to make this point in our peaceful protests according to Luminon Saman's orders.
Didn't these protests end up shutting down the factory several times?
Some machines were damaged, but no living beings were harmed.
Still, vandalism's a crime, right?
Only if preceded by an impure motivation. However, since Saman's tactics were not working, Her Holiness came to Trier to try and reach some form of truce. Now we have no idea where she is.
Really? Maybe I should look into this.
Maybe.
We were only following Luminon Saman's directives. We had no idea it would come to this.
Meanwhile, we have been accused of theft, which is ridiculous.
Theft? Not smashing things.
It is true. We have damaged Panzerwerks equipment, but we have never hurt any living being nor stolen from them.
Theft of man-hours is probably the crime.
We are working to protect the Earth. We have no interest in materials or money.
Except for guns, obviously.
What could we possibly want to take from that abominable factory? We detest what their industry does to the land.
If they would only open their eyes.
And then they could put hoods over the top so they can't see.
I hope Her Holiness is safe.
We never hurt anyone, just the machines.
I hope Her Holiness is safe.
Okay, I think you guys have said everything. Now this is apparently the Nine Worlds. Yes. Neuen Welten. Ugh, singing. Let's get away from that, shall we? It's all happening, folks. Violence, riots, kidnapping of world figures.
The Nine Worlds is a no-weapon zone, strictly enforced since the riots.
So you want me to disarm in the middle of a war zone?
No, you've just got to consent to the standard deactivation procedure before entry. I'll transmit the encrypted safety lock bytecode, which will effectively freeze all your weapons. Sensors at the exit will automatically reactivate everything you're carrying when you leave.
Fine.
Here you go.
Thanks for your cooperation. Come on in.
Eventualism. Alex puts up this little token resistance every time. Yet she must know the drill by now with all this security apparatus. She is a security operative, after all. Probably her first job out of college will be manning one of these booths. Probably for free. As part of an internship at some larger organization.
Time again for a dark bullet! In the bullseye today, Chairman Dumier of the WTO. Welcome, Chairman. I admire what you've done for the world community.
Hi, Brent.
You've proven once and for all that a sound economic infrastructure establishes confidence, trust, and a good life for everyone. Why demean yourself by negotiating with a religious cult?
Well, Her Holiness is a woman who...
I'm embarrassed for you, Chairman. Seriously, you're kneeling before con artists. I'm turning red. Look at me. I'm turning red just thinking about it.
I'm a diplomat, Brent. Her Holiness and I...
Take my advice and call the whole thing off. Encourage them and you just make the church into a bigger problem. Mark my words. I'm afraid that's all the time we have. A pleasure as always. This has been another Talk Bullet!
Chairman of the WTO barely gets a word in. News media never really changes. I kind of agree with that yawn this lady gave just a minute ago too. Can I get up in here yet? From memory, that's the secret room where the Omar appears later. Spoilers. It's not exactly the most exciting thing to learn about, is it? Hey, what do you know? Oh, here we go. I get to walk near one of these jukeboxes and get copyright strikes.
A member of the Order. Are you with the Summit?
Certainly not. I live here in Trier. Seekers here don't care very much for this notion of a summit.
Why not?
We have heard Luminon Samon's call for a return to Scripture. In this shard, we read the Scripture, the original word of Her Holiness, not what she says for the camera today or tomorrow or 2 weeks ago.
What's the difference?
What's the difference? That's exactly the attitude that opens the door to tyranny in a free state, remembering only what was said on the last talk show. What's the value of a free press when attention spans are so short?
I was just curious about the Summit. Sorry to interrupt.
Her Holiness and Chairman Dumier are making a business deal. It may bring money, it may bring power, but it won't bring balance into the lives of ordinary people. If Her Holiness thinks she can put us all into a great pre-collapse wealth-making machine, she must think she's a god.
The regional groups of the Order are apparently known as shards. And yet, they all splinter. What do you know? I'll change it to a song that doesn't give me copyright strikes. We'll see how that works. Hey, this guy's here. What a coincidence.
Sid Black, how'd you end up in Trier?
This way and that. Thought I could catch some business when the Summit breaks up. Seen the sights yet? Don't mind doing local hops in between stock beer.
How much?
Any hops during the next 24 hours, just 50% more than the going rate for one hop. You can't beat that in this market.
I'm not buying anything until I need anything to buy.
I'll let you know.
Alright. I can wander in here for a while. I think we need to uncover Mr. Tom, wherever he is. Nope. A toilet. Is that the Tracer toilet? No. There's a vaguely Asian-looking man. Who shall I talk to first?
Alex D. A welcome encounter.
How's the search coming?
I've made some discoveries. I think that you've brought me to the right place.
What's the passenger's name?
My instructions forbid me to say.
Maybe I could help if I knew who it was.
You've been very helpful already. My computer analyzed the transceiver in your temporal bone and found some interesting data files.
Those are encrypted files.
I found the key some time ago. I will be using your eyes and ears to gather more data. As compensation, if you need a pilot for any reason, I will be available.
I don't like being spied on.
Your notions of privacy are old-fashioned. It was a love of privacy that brought on the collapse. A love of secrets, plans, and personal possessions.
I still don't like being spied on.
Perhaps I'm too aggressive, but a society in which everyone understands everyone else is something I think we all should strive for.
How about I bug your chopper and make this learning process go both ways?
Very soon we will be connected. A great advance will change what it means to be human, and there will be no further need to conceal information. But that world is not yet here.
Whoa. That was heavy. You sure you're just a helicopter pilot? I wonder too. But who is this guy? What do you know? Interesting he doesn't want to talk to me.
Alex D, you're the last one to arrive. I suppose that, like the others, you're after my laboratory in the gateway to JC Dental.
You're Tracer Tong.
I see that Dr. Nassif didn't exaggerate about your mental acuity. Yes, I'm Tong. I suppose you will be wanting some answers. You may have already guessed that your true name is Alex Denton.
Dr. Nassif was telling the truth. I'm a clone of JC Denton.
With a few postnatal recombinations, yes. But our work has moved away from clones.
So this gateway, I can use it to find JC Denton?
Yes. Beneath the ruins of the Black Gate, JC constructed a portal to his secret base in Antarctica. Only descendants of the Denton cell line can go through. However, the facility is already in the hands of the Templars.
Did the Templars use the portal? How could they unless one of the other trainees?
Unless the Templars have already convinced one of you to go through the gate and murder JC. Exactly. At a minimum, they have a highly placed spy who has torn apart our organization, starting with Chicago.
What else do you know about this spy?
Whoever it is also helped the Templars kidnap Her Holiness during a meeting with the Panzerworks Union. They are holding her at the Blackgate Laboratory. I'm going to give you a code to a secret entrance, which is in a room on the second floor of the East Tower, 2521. Look for a keypad hidden behind some crates.
For all you know, I'm a Templar myself.
Then Apostle Corps has already lost everything. Rescue Her Holiness. Save the summit for the sake of both factions. They will help you against the Templars. You will need the help of the WTO in order just a little while longer.
I understand.
Here's something to give you an edge. A biomod infusion. It isn't much, but it's all I managed to grab on my way out of the laboratory.
Wow. How many I got now? 3 and 2. I can spend some of these soon. Tracer Tong in the flesh. Also, my mental acuity has a lot to do with the fact that your name came up when I pointed my reticule at you. But anyway.
The time is coming when you will have to choose sides, Alex.
I thought that was a lot earlier, but anyway.
Be careful of the other trainees. They won't necessarily see things the way you do. All of our secrets are contained in the cells of your body, but no one will be able to make use of them without JC's help. During the collapse, JC had little choice other than exile. The merger with the Helios AI was unstable. He needed a safe place to retire, where we developed a more compatible biomod architecture. I'm curious about what you will find in the laboratory. Perhaps Her Holiness has learned something about the Templar plans. Be careful of the other trainees. They won't necessarily see things the way you do.
That's a lot to chew on, Tong. He didn't really sort of win my trust very much, just kind of gave me stuff to do.
My chopper is ready when you are.
I'll check back when I need a pilot.
Oops. I was hoping she'd say something else profound about how she's spying on me. Digging through my encrypted files with whatever computing power she apparently has. Well, there's way too much to think about here. I think we're gonna need a break before continuing at this point. Maybe I'll go to the pub. I'm in the pub. Maybe I'll go to the bar in the pub. And drown my sorrows rather than deal with this weight of the future of humanity on that's gradually increasing on my shoulders. So for now, folks, I will take a break, and do please tune in again if you want to see more of this. It's just hotting up, really. This is when it all starts to get interesting. I've probably said that before.
Hi, I'm NG Resonance. Welcome, Alex D. Hey, you left New Cairo without seeing me perform.
Sorry, I had some business to take care of in Trier.
Just don't stand me up again. It's not very nice.
I talked to Tracer Tong. He says that Her Holiness is being held by the Templars. The Apostle Corps laboratory is underneath the Black Gate. That's where she's being held.
I'm glad you are willing to betray Tong's confidence.
He said I should get your help.
You have my authority to attempt to arrest you.
It sure sounded like someone was moved. I will be victorious!